What's up, YouTube? It's your computer engineering gamer back with some fresh new content, and today we'll be reviewing Season 1 of Mashle, Magic and Muscles. I'm going to start off with the cons, but I have a lot more pros and things that I do enjoy about the show, but there are some things that I do disagree with. The biggest one is that I don't believe characters really get a full enough time to establish kind of who they are, really. The episodes outside of the main cast of Mash and his friends, nobody really gets a backstory. It's hard to hold on to enemy characters until Abel and the Second Abyss Razor have their characters driven by backstory. They're really the only people who get backstory outside of the main cast, and even the main cast doesn't get a backstory in the first season. I know Finn gets basically nothing. I mean, the only one who really gets a backstory is Lance with his gravity magic a little bit. You get to learn about him and his sister. Other than that, Dot's pretty basic, and then, you know, there's just not much backstory given to so many people, and you really have to like reach out and kind of latch onto these characters in a way that you're carrying them into season 2, hoping for more. But outside of that main cast and the two people that they fought, no one really gets a backstory. Mash just kind of, you know, hits them with like the combo of the muscles, and then they're kind of gone. Really, that's my biggest con for this show. Other than that, I love this show. Abel's backstory is kind of a classic turn to power to achieve a gracious goal. At the end, you kind of see him, you know, release all the students, him saying that, you know, he was doing it, you know, for his mother that he lost, who just wanted other people to have better lives other than themselves. And I think it's kind of one of those moments where you're pursuing a higher goal and you'll do any means necessary, and that's kind of how he got into that. We see the power of a divine visionary, and let me just say, Rain is the GOAT. Oh my god, he was so cool in season 1, I swear. I mean, I'm a bit into season 2, as you can see. I'm on episode 22 here. You can ignore that if you haven't seen it. But Rain is so cool when he gets introduced, and then you just see him and Mash go at it, and then Mash just, you know, no magic, just deflects the power of a divine visionary with the speed and muscles that he has. And this fighter was kind of funny, like the power, it was like Dragon Ball, the power scaling glasses, and then it was just like picking up Zero. It's so funny. One of the coolest things I thought was Lance. One of the best moments that I found was Lance when he did the gravity magic for the owls and got the bag and took all the owls over to the bag of grain and then gravity magic to his opponent. That was kind of like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type beat. It felt like, you know, JoJo's, they always have to do some weird thing to beat their enemy with the environment around them, and I felt that was just like a JoJo-esque moment. And so I appreciated that. I love JoJo's. But Mash is also just such a cool character. I mean, we get to see him just have this absolute deafening aura of strength, and just look at that muscle tone. Look at the definition on this man. Like, Jesus, I wish my back looked like that. I mean, he's just the GOAT, and he's just insanely strong. And obviously, that's the whole point of the show, is that he's this person with no magic who's not supposed to exist in this society, but he just exists because he's so strong and doesn't know anything else. But seeing the difference in Mashle, like the way it flows between these moments of absolute chaos and strength, and then having him eat cream puffs and be like unintelligent and just crash when there's like more than 15 words spoken to him in a sentence. It's so good. It's so funny. I love this show. And that's one of the biggest pros that I think the show has. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Has playfulness. And even in times when like Mash was fighting Abel, at the end, he's sitting there eating cream puffs, or he protected himself because of his cream puff and everything, and just refused to let it go during the fight. And even during that fight when they had Love doing like outside commentary, peeking in the door, just stuff like that was so funny. And even after he wins the fight and they're doing their little cheer like like that little John boy, you have Abel and the second in command, Razor, doing their like, you know, talking, and he's kind of understanding Mash and understanding, you know, why he got to the point where he got to, and you're, you know, having this deep character like building moment looking into himself, in contrast with them just cheering over there on the side. So funny. Honestly, season 1, that's kind of just where I got from that. Hi, Zara. Oh, come on. Say hi to the YouTube people. Zara kitty. We love Zara. She makes a lot of noise. But yeah, that's kind of how I think of the show. You know, Mash and his love interest with her is not very going on, I'd say, but she's trying. You know, she'll get there. Anyways, you guys know what the deal. Man's lost with the sauce, but the same man can get lost in the sauce. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.